Story 1. Let me be clear, I in no way believe that she's cheating on me. But I think there should be a certain boundaries in a relationship. My GF has many times slept at 2 to 3 close male friends' place for very minimal reasons. Reasons like, oh, I have to catch a flight, the airport is closer from XYZ friend's place. Or oh, I can't stay alone, so I'll be moving to XYZ friend's place for a couple days. This was when OP was going out of town. For your information, there's hoocher stuff involved in all of these sleepovers. This instance was the biggest red flag. I let these pass for a first couple times, but her closeness to these male friends bother me. For instance, I one time learned she disclosed all our graphic sexual details to this guy, and on top of that she talked about my private parts, shape and size. Little background info, my pee is a little bent. Her male friend advised that it is some disease. So yeah, that hurt me a lot, knowing my girl was talking behind my back to another guy about me private parts, that too in a negative light. Another instance that bothered me. One time, she was alone in a car with this one guy and had to change her top for some reason, again a foolish, unnecessary reason. It was to take a better picture in a different top. She changed clothes by barely asking him to just look the other way. I wasn't happy about her doing something like that in an intimate space with someone else. There have been instances of one of her male best friend confessing his love for her while we were still dating. Some of the sleepovers had not just the male friend but also his couple of roommates, one of which confessed had a crush on her in college. She drinks and smokes with these guys and stay over at their place, making me uncomfortable. To summarize, it's her closeness to these male friends that bothers me. I was borderline okay with sleepovers initially, but over time, after learning how close she is to them, it makes me more and more uncomfortable. I have tried talking to her by just saying that I'm not comfortable with these sleepover situations. Meeting friends and hanging out with them, getting drunk at party, all that is fine by me. But not the sleepovers. To this, she said she think I'm a typical controlling male egoistic boyfriend. We have broken up now, but I'm not sure how to move forward. Was I really all of those things she said, or were we just incompatible? TLDR. Broke up with GF over her closeness and sleepover with male best friends. I would also have bounced her, simply because she accused instead of discussed. If you doubt, buy a few sessions with a therapist, it can only benefit either way. The only therapy I can afford is Reddit. So yeah, thanks for the support. Honestly, these would all make me terribly uncomfortable too. It's one thing if it's necessary, like it's too late or she's too inebriated to drive. But for it to happen often, and for her to be completely unable to communicate and compromise about it, it's unhealthy. Exactly my point. I told her initially that in an emergency situation I'm fine with it. But now I have learned that she finds excuses to have these. Like the latest instance that made me break up was this. She wanted to go from city X to city Y for work. I was like, cool. Then she tells me that oh, the flights are too expensive from X to Y, it's cheaper from city Z, and guess what? Her male best friends lives there. She says I'll drive from X to Z with him, stay with him for a couple days, then I can catch the flight to Y. That was the last straw that broke the camel's back in this relationship. Was she even upset when you broke up with her? I told her I'm not comfortable with her staying with another dude, same dude with whom she shared the sexual details with, also the clothes changing instance 1, at his place. She said her decision is final, I can do whatever I want about it. So we broke up. She initiated. She seems not too sad about it. Although she does block and keep on blocking me, probably in an attempt that I go back to her. Everyone here believe you did the right thing. I cannot imagine being in a relationship where my SO tells me she is pregnant and the first thing that pops into my mind is getting a DNA test. Better luck in your next relationship. It was a hard call, the relationship did feel great in non-conflicting times. But yeah, I know I made the right call. I don't want to be married 10 years down the line, and telling my kids that mommy is sleeping at XYZ uncle's place because she was just bored or had to catch a foolish flight or any other nonsense. And having your kids, after the DNA test, think that you are an unintelligent fool for allowing it to happen and still married her. Hooch, stuff an overnight stay and nothing happened is a fairy tale not safe for kids. Let me be clear, I in every way believe that she's cheating on you. I still chose not to believe that. Maybe I'm blinded. But I really don't think there's something more happening. She's just one of those girls who have a lot of male friends and is very open about her lifestyle. You are being blind. I am 100% sure she was cheating on you, but that doesn't matter. What matters is you stood up for yourself and ended it. Good for you. Dude, take off your rose-tinted glasses. Nobody in their right mind would have sleepovers with a friend who has a thing on her. Those stories she's telling them about you is borderline cheating at the most. Why would you share private details of your partner to friends if you're not too close with them? Wake up. You're right about the private details sharing part. I still can't think of a logical explanation that can make it right. Like, why would you belittle your BF by crapping on his private parts and talking about this to another dude that too when you're alone with him? Loathe how that dude must be feeling all big and macho, that this girl is crying over his shoulder about not being satisfied. Regarding the wake-up call, I already broke up with her. I just wanted to know if I was being insecure or controlling as she suggests. I think I have my answers. Never tolerating all this crap again. This is tough because if she is disclosing everything to you and is one of those girls that likes to have more guy friends because they are less drama and doesn't have many girlfriends, then maybe she legit is loyal and everything is all good. However, guys are going to want to sleep with her when she spends the night with them, and she should know that. I'd need to know the vibe when she defends herself, but there's plenty of girls out there that wouldn't do these types of things, so don't get hung up on this one and move on. After the breakup, I'm curious if she started dating one of the guys she had sleepovers with. Yeah, I genuinely don't feel she's cheating on me. But I do feel she likes the extra attention she gets from guys. Like staying at a male friend's place along with two of his roommates and getting high with them. And then sleeping in the same room as them. She enjoys all that. I never came across a reason where sleepover was genuinely necessary. It's always either, I don't like being alone, or the flight's cheaper from his city, or the hotel room rates are high, so all the friends are sharing rooms. And yes, she's super close to these guys, that makes me feel less special. Like she has t-shirts from all of her guy friends. She changes into their clothes when she stays over. She calls them the same cute names she calls me. And after the whole sexual details sharing, I seriously feel like I don't know her. Now when I think of her with other guys, my stomach feels funny with all the thoughts of God knows what they're talking about. Whether cheating or not, there have been breach of obvious boundaries, and that's enough for me to call things off. If the roles were reversed, I think she would have been quite upset. Sorry babe, tonight I'm sleeping over at a friend's house. She just happened to confess her ever unfading love to me the other day. But it is okay because we're only smoking up and getting severely inebriated. Nothing else inappropriate is going to happen, okay? You trust me, right babe? Not like meds or hooch have ever caused anyone to make a bad decision in the moment. You've been gaslit, my online friend. That controlling behavior you're being told about is just your gut feelings saying this whole situation makes no sense and no decent person would stand by it. Glad you pulled out and will take time to heal. Then when you're ready, go find someone who will not want to put themselves in situations that will make you uncomfortable. A good partner won't do that to you. Thanks for the support. Moving on, I'll surely make it very clear to the other person about what I'll tolerate and what I won't. This was my first relationship. I was stupid. I just plain out assumed we'd be having same relationship boundaries. I want to be very clear from the start, your feelings are valid and you always have a right to express them. There is a certain mentality that I am personally not agreeing with, so I can kinda understand your discomfort in this situation, mostly with the friends confessing their love. However, if she is someone who has more guy friends, that should be fine. If she had won this with girlfriends, it probably would not have been a problem. So what I don't necessarily understand, is that you say you trust her and believe she is not cheating, yet you have trouble with her having close male friends. In my opinion, going somewhere for a few days to not be alone or because flights might be cheaper seem like valid reasons. Also, I don't think changing in front of a good friend is a big deal, may it be male or female. 26 female myself. These also seem like her best friends, so seeing them regularly is not that weird either, it seems to me. All in all, I can kinda get you are uncomfortable with her friends professing their love for her, but they are her friends, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems you would have been fine if they had been girlfriends. And remember that you are basically asking if she would get rid of her close friends for you. In the end, I think it's compatibility. She seems to trust these guys and seems to be having a great friendship. I can understand she does not want to give that up. On the other hand, you are not comfortable with your girlfriend having close male friends, so much so you wanted to break up. Also, for the people saying the guys would try to sleep with her, if they are her best friends, I surely hope not. Have a little bit more faith in humanity, for goodness sake. It seems like an incredibly backwards mentality where guys just can't keep it in their pants. All my guy friends were always super respectful with my boundaries back when I was still in a relationship, and some also confessed they had a small crush on me. But they all always remained respectful and never crossed boundaries. Okay, thanks for commenting. First things first, I'm not asking her to give up these friends. In fact, she regularly goes out for lunch or dinner or evening hangouts with them, and I don't have a problem with that. She went out for shooting videos. She shoots videos for her channel, with one of her guy friends. They went to all the touristy places and spent the whole day together. I was super supportive of that. Recently, it was her male best friend's, same guy who she disclosed my private sexual info to, birthday, and for that they both went for a drive across state for the entire day. I was happy for her, that she had a good time. But I feel there should be a certain boundaries in a relationship, and they can differ for every person. I'm one of those people who don't like the thought of their partner sharing the same bed with someone of the opposite gender. And yes, I do trust her, but that doesn't mean I have to be okay with she does with another guy other than lovemaking. And by the way, who sets the definition of cheating? For a P-star couple, having sex with someone else is not cheating. For a bunch of actors, making out is not cheating. Everyone sets their own limit. I have mine. And even though I trust her, why does she need to put the trust to test every now and then? I really don't want to be married 10 years down the line and taking my kids to sleep and telling them that their mom won't be joining us as she's at XYZ uncle's place just because she was bored, or had to catch an early flight. I don't know much about marriage, but I feel a healthy 40 to 50 years long marriage can be built off this principle, wherein you go live with another dude if there's a fight, or you're bored. These acts add unnecessary conflicts. As far as woman rightist is concerned, I too stand by what I said. I would never put myself in a compromising situation, getting drunk and high with a bunch of girls and sleeping with them, or talking crap about my girlfriend's chest to other girl. I know how hurtful that can be. What she did was so downright disrespectful and unacceptable, especially sharing your private stuff to others. Sigh. She never really cared for you and never listened to your concerns. She doesn't deserve you one bit. It's best to just cut off contact, forget and move on. Worldwide comments of the day. Second story. She lied to you about her relationship with her AP. And if she won't tell you the exact truth, shared a tent, you know they got physical. And if she knew you were ready to pop the question, I don't think she's wifey material. Especially when she lies right to your face. I'm sorry, bud. But you know what to do. Never mess with a mother and her child. She's cheating, dude, just leave now. Damn. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.